modern L-shaped house tour, 1-story, 3 bedrooms, courtyard, and biophilic backyard design. Welcome everyone. Today, I want to take you on a journey into one of the most intriguing directions in contemporary residential architecture, the L-shaped modern home. Designed as a single-story residence with 3 bedrooms, a central courtyard, and a biophilic backyard, this concept represents more than just a trend in house building. It reflects our shifting lifestyles, our deeper values, and the way we are redefining the relationship between people, architecture, and nature. The L-shaped home is not a new invention. Its origins reach back to traditional courtyard houses across Asia, the Mediterranean, and the Middle East. Yet its revival in modern architecture is powerful because of how it addresses today's challenges: urban density, sustainability, flexibility of living, and the universal human longing for private, tranquil green spaces. By shaping a natural embrace around a courtyard, the L shape creates a protected, inward-looking sanctuary while still opening up to the sky and the landscape. It is at once private and expansive, introverted and extroverted. One of the most striking advantages of the L-shaped form lies in how it organizes space. By splitting the home into 2 wings, architects can carefully separate different functions. One wing might contain the communal areas, kitchen, living room, dining space, where daily life and family interaction thrive. The other wing may be quieter, reserved for bedrooms, studies, or creative rooms, giving family members privacy and moments of retreat. This arrangement enhances balance. Togetherness is encouraged without sacrificing the need for solitude. Another important dimension of this architectural model is the single-story structure. More and more, people are realizing the timeless practicality of living without stairs. A single level eliminates physical barriers, making the home accessible for all generations, from small children to elderly family members. It also strengthens the bond between indoor and outdoor space. Instead of stepping down or climbing up, the flow between living room and garden, kitchen and courtyard, bedroom and terrace feels effortless. A single-story house also integrates gracefully with its environment. Its low profile creating harmony with trees, skies, and the surrounding landscape. The choice of 3 bedrooms aligns with contemporary living standards. It provides just the right balance between spaciousness and efficiency. One room naturally becomes the master suite, a place of rest and privacy. A second bedroom welcomes children or visiting guests. The third is increasingly multi-purpose, often transformed into a flexible zone that adapts to modern lifestyles. It may serve as a home office, a wellness studio, a hobby space, or even a guest room when needed. This adaptability reflects the demands of our era, where homes must evolve alongside their occupants' work patterns, family structures, and personal aspirations. At the heart of the L-shaped home lies the courtyard. Far more than an aesthetic gesture, the courtyard is a philosophy of design. It reconnects people to natural rhythms of air, light, and seasonal change. Courtyards have been with us for centuries, offering ventilation in hot climates, gathering places for families, and spiritual centers for reflection. In their modern form, they are reimagined with glass walls, open facades, and sustainable landscaping, transforming into luminous hubs of domestic life. A courtyard can be intimate, centered around a single tree or stone arrangement, or expansive, containing an outdoor dining area, a reflecting pool, or a lush microgarden. No matter its scale, the courtyard becomes the soul of the house, a visual and sensory anchor that every room returns to. Connected to the courtyard, the backyard extends this philosophy into something deeply contemporary: biophilic design. To live biophilically is to live in connection with nature, to create spaces where natural materials, daylight, vegetation, and even water elements surround daily activities. A biophilic backyard is not simply a lawn. It is a living system. It can host native plants that thrive without excess watering, small gardens for growing food, shaded walkways for quiet reflection, or habitats for birds, butterflies, and bees. This transforms the backyard into an experience, a place where beauty, ecology, and human well-being converge. The sliding doors and glass facades of an L-shaped home blur the boundary between inside and out, allowing the backyard to become an extension of the living room. These qualities resonate strongly with current design trends. Around the world, people are embracing minimalism, but with warmth, not austerity. Homes that are clean in form yet soft in material choices align perfectly with the L-shape's balanced geometry. Indoor-outdoor living is also increasingly sought after. Whether in dense cities or open suburbs, people crave a direct, continuous connection with gardens, sunlight, and fresh air. Sustainability plays another key role. Architects are orienting L-shaped homes to maximize cross-ventilation, harness passive heating and cooling, and optimize natural light, reducing the reliance on artificial energy. And finally, flexibility has become indispensable. The ability to transform a room, a courtyard, or a garden path into a new function ensures the home remains relevant for years, even decades. But beyond trends, what makes this home model powerful is its alignment with the future of living. We are moving into an era where architecture is not just shelter, but an ecosystem that nurtures health, fosters resilience, and adapts to change. L-shaped homes embody this spirit. They can easily incorporate innovations like modular extensions, smart glass that adjusts to daylight, or advanced energy systems controlled by artificial intelligence. They can be adapted into community clusters, where multiple L-shaped homes share interconnected courtyards and green corridors, creating social ties while preserving privacy. This design language stands at a fascinating intersection, rooted in history, responsive to the present, and open to the future. It reflects a vision of housing that is more than concrete walls and glass windows. It is about grounding human life in spaces that are beautiful, functional, sustainable, and alive with nature. This is what makes the L-shaped modern home so captivating. It is not just a building, but a living philosophy expressed through space, form, and light. When we begin to look closely at the design principles behind an L-shaped modern home, we see that every choice is intentional, balancing aesthetics, function, and the human experience. The geometry of the L shape is more than visual appeal. It sets the framework for how daily life unfolds. One wing naturally faces the morning sun, ideal for bedrooms where gentle daylight wakes the family. The other wing, oriented toward afternoon or evening light, can hold the living and dining spaces where activity thrives later in the day. This orchestration of light not only reduces the need for artificial illumination, but also aligns the rhythm of the home with the rhythm of the natural world. Materials are another essential layer. The modern interpretation of L-shaped houses often blends glass, concrete, and steel with natural finishes like wood, stone, or clay. Glass walls and sliding doors dissolve the barrier between inside and outside, making the courtyard and backyard feel like an extension of the living room. Wood softens the structure, adding warmth and tactile comfort. Stone brings permanence and resilience. Concrete provides structural clarity while allowing for minimalist lines. The interplay of these materials creates a dialogue between modernity and tradition, technology, and nature. Spatial planning is where the genius of the L shape truly shines. By wrapping the house around a courtyard, circulation becomes natural and fluid. Instead of long corridors or wasted transitional spaces, movement happens organically along glass-fronted hallways with views of greenery. Children can play in the courtyard while parents watch from the kitchen or living area. Guests can gather in one zone without intruding on the privacy of bedrooms. Even in compact plots, the L shape creates a sense of openness, because every room is oriented toward light and landscape rather than facing another wall. Furniture and interior design choices also evolve naturally from this layout. Open-plan living areas benefit from modular furniture that can be rearranged according to different uses: family meals, parties, or quiet evenings. Bedrooms, in contrast, invite softer palettes and layered textures to reinforce privacy and restfulness. Courtyards often feature transitional furniture, pieces that are weather-resistant, yet refined enough to feel part of the interior. This continuity ensures that whether one is sitting inside or outside, the home's identity feels cohesive. The courtyard deserves another level of detail. It is not only the visual anchor, but the emotional core. Many modern L-shaped homes use the courtyard as a climate moderator. Shade trees, reflective pools, or carefully positioned pergolas can reduce heat in summer while allowing warmth in winter. Architects often plant deciduous trees here so that leaves provide shade in the hot season and fall away to let in light during cooler months. The courtyard becomes a living calendar, changing with the seasons and reminding residents of their place in nature's cycles. The backyard, particularly when guided by biophilic principles, carries the narrative outward. It is designed as a sensory journey. Pathways might wind through different zones: an edible garden, a shaded seating nook, a small water feature that attracts birds. Textures change underfoot, from smooth stone near the dining terrace to soft grass or gravel further out. Lighting design plays a key role, extending the usability of the garden into evening hours. Instead of harsh overhead lights, subtle ground lamps or integrated LED strips highlight plant textures, architectural edges, and water reflections, creating a calm nocturnal atmosphere. Current trends in backyard design emphasize multifunctionality. A single outdoor space is expected to perform many roles: a family dining area, a children's play yard, a meditation corner, and perhaps even a small outdoor workspace. With portable screens, retractable awnings, and adaptable furniture, one backyard can shift character depending on the time of day. Morning yoga under a pergola can turn into an afternoon barbecue, followed by evening storytelling under the stars. This adaptability mirrors the flexibility of the interior rooms, reinforcing the theme of a house that evolves with its inhabitants. Sustainability, of course, underpins much of the modern approach. Orientation of the L shape allows for natural cross-ventilation, where breezes are captured and funneled through living spaces. Large overhangs shade windows from harsh sunlight, while skylights and clerestory windows bring in controlled daylight. Rainwater harvesting systems can be integrated into courtyard landscaping, with channels guiding water into storage or irrigation. Solar panels often find their ideal placement on the long roof lines of the L-shaped home, maximizing efficiency while blending with the architectural profile. Inside, sustainable design manifests through material choices and energy systems. Low-voc finishes, recycled materials, and locally sourced stone or timber reduce ecological impact. Smart home technologies regulate lighting, heating, and cooling, optimizing comfort while minimizing energy waste. Even the placement of plants inside mirrors the biophilic philosophy outside. Indoor greenery filters air, softens acoustics, and provides psychological benefits. Culturally, the L-shaped design also resonates because it reflects changing social values. Families are increasingly prioritizing shared experiences while still needing private retreat. The architecture mirrors this balance. In many homes, the kitchen is positioned as a social hub, opening directly onto both the courtyard and dining space. Cooking and eating become collective rituals, connecting people across generations. At the same time, the bedroom wing provides seclusion and silence, reinforcing that personal space remains sacred. Aesthetically, the L shape accommodates diverse styles. In some cases, it is expressed through sharp, minimalist lines, white plaster walls, expansive glass, and steel detailing. In others, it is softened through vernacular influences, sloping roofs, earthy tones, or textured brickwork. This versatility makes it adaptable across cultures and climates. What unites all interpretations, however, is the focus on flow, the seamless transition between inside and out, light and shadow, communal and private. Technology continues to push these homes into the future. Imagine dynamic facades where glass tints automatically to control glare, or modular courtyard canopies that expand or contract depending on weather. Artificial intelligence can monitor air quality, adjust shading devices, and optimize irrigation for backyard gardens. These technologies do not replace the essence of the L-shaped design. Instead, they enhance it, ensuring the house remains relevant for decades to come. Yet despite these innovations, the core appeal of the L-shaped home is timeless. It is the sense of shelter without confinement, openness without exposure, simplicity without sterility. It is a model of how design can adapt to human needs while respecting natural systems. Looking closely, one realizes that this design philosophy is not about creating a house. It is about creating a lifestyle, one in which architecture and nature are partners rather than adversaries. As we continue exploring, The next stage is to look at how these principles come alive in real projects. By studying examples from different parts of the world, we see how architects interpret the L-shaped idea according to climate, culture, and client needs. Each variation tells a different story, but all of them share the same underlying spirit: a desire to create homes that are modern, meaningful, and deeply human. Around the world, architects and homeowners are already bringing the L-shaped model to life in remarkable ways. Each project demonstrates how this configuration adapts to diverse climates, cultural values, and personal lifestyles, while maintaining its essential principles of balance, openness, and connection to nature. Examining these examples not only illustrates the versatility of the concept, but also offers inspiration for the future of residential architecture. In Mediterranean regions, for instance, the L-shaped home has re-emerged as a contemporary evolution of the traditional courtyard villa. Whitewashed walls, terracotta tiles, and shaded pergolas create a dialogue with history while embracing modern comforts. Here, the courtyard is often planted with olive trees, citrus groves, or aromatic herbs, blending everyday life with culinary traditions. Evening gatherings spill from the kitchen into the open courtyard, while bedrooms remain cool and private, shaded by thick walls and narrow windows designed to temper the summer sun. In northern climates, the design shifts to emphasize warmth and shelter. Architects employ heavy timber beams, triple-glazed windows, and green roofs to conserve heat. Courtyards become winter gardens, enclosed with glass to capture sunlight, while protecting residents from snow and wind. These spaces double as indoor conservatories, where plants thrive even during long, cold months. The L shape ensures that every room receives daylight, a crucial feature in regions where seasonal darkness can weigh heavily on daily life. In tropical areas, the form adapts to maximize airflow and blur the boundaries between inside and outside. Wide overhangs protect against heavy rains, while open courtyards serve as breezy living rooms shaded by palm trees or bamboo groves. Bedrooms often open directly to the garden through sliding doors, making nature a constant presence in daily routines. Water features like ponds or small pools regulate microclimates, cooling the air naturally while reflecting the sky. In such regions, the L shape becomes not just a layout, but a survival strategy, orchestrating comfort in environments where heat and humidity are defining factors. Urban settings present another interesting stage for the L-shaped home. On compact plots where privacy and space are scarce, the design carves out sanctuary. Tall walls around the courtyard block noise and views from surrounding buildings, while inward-facing windows ensure security without sacrificing light. Roof terraces extend the usable space vertically, complementing the courtyard and backyard with elevated gardens or outdoor lounges. This demonstrates how the L-shaped concept thrives even when land is limited, offering a haven of calm in the heart of dense cities. The future of this architectural model is even more compelling. Sustainability and resilience will define the next generation of homes, and the L-shape is well-suited to both. Passive solar design, rainwater harvesting, and integrated renewable systems fit seamlessly into its geometry. Rooflines angled for photovoltaic panels can provide entire households with clean energy. Courtyards and backyards can be designed as ecological zones, supporting pollinators, filtering rainwater, and reducing heat islands. By merging architecture with ecology, these homes become regenerative rather than extractive, giving back to the environment as much as they take. Socially, the model holds potential for new kinds of communities. Imagine neighborhoods built from clusters of L-shaped homes, each oriented around shared courtyards, gardens, or pathways. Families enjoy private wings while still participating in collective spaces that foster belonging. These configurations echo traditional village life, but update it for modern needs, combining autonomy with interconnection. In an era where isolation is a growing concern, such designs could help restore a sense of community without sacrificing personal space. Technology will play a decisive role as well. Smart glass will allow facades to shift from transparent to opaque, depending on light and privacy needs. Courtyards may include automated shading systems that adapt to weather, opening fully to the sun on cool days and closing into shaded retreats on hot ones. Backyards could host intelligent irrigation systems that monitor soil moisture, adjusting watering schedules to conserve resources. Integration with artificial intelligence will make homes more responsive, fine-tuning energy use, climate control, and even garden care to align with both environmental conditions and personal preferences. Aesthetic evolution will also continue. Some homeowners will lean toward minimalism, sleek lines, neutral tones, seamless transitions. Others will favor regional identities, weaving vernacular styles into the modern template. What remains consistent is the L-shape's ability to accommodate diverse expressions without losing its essence. Whether clad in stone, timber, concrete, or glass, the form remains instantly recognizable, a quiet gesture of openness that prioritizes life around a courtyard and garden. Psychologically, this model addresses needs that are more urgent than ever. In a fast-paced, digitized world, people crave spaces that ground them, reduce stress, and nurture well-being. The constant visual access to greenery, the gentle rhythms of light and shadow moving across a courtyard, the presence of natural textures under hand and foot, all these sensory experiences restore balance to daily life. Studies show that biophilic environments improve mood, concentration, and even physical health. By embedding such principles into the very architecture of our homes, the L shape helps create not just houses but sanctuaries. Looking ahead, it is clear that the L-shaped modern home represents more than an architectural style. It embodies a philosophy that redefines how we live. It honors the human need for both connection and retreat, for openness to nature and protection from the outside world, for modern innovation and timeless simplicity. Its geometry is humble yet profound, adaptable to almost any climate, culture, or technological future. As cities grow denser and environmental pressures mount, models like this offer a way forward, homes that are sustainable, flexible, and deeply human-centered. They remind us that architecture is not only about sheltering bodies, but about shaping experiences, memories, and relationships. They prove that design can be both forward-looking and rooted in the wisdom of tradition. The L-shaped home, with its single-story flow, 3-bedroom versatility, courtyard heart, and biophilic backyard, will continue to inspire because it is not a fleeting trend. It is a timeless answer to the fundamental question of how to live well. It is a vision of the present and a blueprint for the future, inviting us to imagine homes where beauty, functionality, and nature come together as one harmonious whole.